Let me press record. And what we will do is basically, we're going to be getting started in just a minute. So, guys, this is going to be recorded, and we have definitely some treats for you tonight. So, I'm going to start it off basically just sharing a little bit about, we've been talking about the strategy. We've been talking about, what should we be doing right now? Being the fact that we are pre-launching a new company. And, for now 3 years that we've been in with this company, we've been talking about the excitement that it takes to go out there and build a business and the energy and basically the way that you feel about things is going to dictate the way that you act. And last night I had actually a good friend of mine that came over here, and we sat and basically did the business together. And it's funny because he's watched me do businesses over the years. I've known this guy since we were, little kids that went to school together. And, we might not see each other for a long time. Then we see each other. And then he's actually been spending a lot of time out on the boat and was absolutely not wanting to do network marketing or direct sales business. Yet was listening to the stories because Sean and Kim McLean would be out in the boat and we're doing calls and we're talking to people and overhearing what we're doing, got on the max caps, and what he experienced was, nothing short of just incredible. And then started calling me going, dude, how do I do this business thing? Like, people need to know about this. Yet got started and was like, very apprehensive about, like, he was talking to people, but very apprehensive about just picking up the phone and calling people. So Kyle, if you would unmute, and let's talk a little bit about that real quick and kind of what did we do? And so I've been telling Kyle, like, look, these are the steps. All we got to do is get him to take a look at information, put me on the phone with them, and the rest will go from there. So share what we did yesterday.
Well, I'd just like to say real quick that I'm the type of person that I really need to know that something works through and through before I'm really going to push it. I mean, I've got a degree in marketing, never really pursued a career in marketing per se because of the amount of deception in marketing. So I'm a skeptic, just naturally. And so I watched Chris over the years, and with skepticism as far as the product and network marketing as a whole, it just really didn't fit my belief system. I really didn't feel like, I mean, yes, I generally told people, friends and family, about things that I found to be helpful in life, and I guess after being around Chris and just kind of watching what he does, I'm like, why not me as well? And so I decided to try the product, and that's what really drew me in to this whole thing. But anyway, my tendency is to want to share a lot more information than what's necessary, and I found last night in just doing this and just getting with Chris and just doing it, making some calls, is that it's best to keep things as simple as possible. And this system that he has, from what I can see, definitely works. And so yeah, it was good thing. It's something that I now, after just taking the action last night, it's something that I want to do on a regular basis. So
And was it fun, us actually doing it?
it's good to connect with people. It gives me a reason to connect with people that I hadn't really reached out to for some time. Because I do feel like we have something special here. This product has just allowed me to be more present in my family life more than anything, and be more productive and focused. And say 2 years ago, I really wasn't doing a whole lot, and I currently have about 4 different things that I'm trying to work on simultaneously. and they all involve people. And so, why not include the coffee?
So he's talking about traditional businesses, guys. So with that being said, so after doing it, did it get easier?
Oh, most certainly. Yeah, it's just taking that first step, and after that, it's you can kind of find a flow and a rhythm, and really get some things accomplished in a short period of time, as far as reaching out to people and letting them know about what you're doing and what this product does.
I would say we made close to 20 calls. Would you say it was roughly around 20 or so?
25 calls or so in just a couple hours time.
Gotcha. And in doing that, how many people were open to taking a look at what we had?
I'd say if it was 25 that we called, I'd say 75%, 80% or so were open, and others, well, no, I'd say 90% were open, but maybe not everyone had the time last night. So today I followed up with the recorded Zoom meeting.
So based on the calls that we made, we had one person that said they don't really want to look at a business or whatever. But out of that, every person said they were at least open-minded to look at this. Now, guys, we were making business calls and we were basically sharing the launch strategy. We weren't, this was a little bit different than just calling up people and asking them. But also, did we not use the system? Like when I would get on the phone with people, I would go through, hey, do you know anybody who drinks coffee? Do you know anybody that likes to be happy? And one sales guy we were talking to, he's been doing sales all his life. He's like, well, of course I'm in sales, dude. You're asking every question where I'm guaranteed to say yes. And I'm like, well, that's what's so great about this is that everybody's going to say yes to what we're doing because everybody wants to be happy and everybody knows people that drink coffee. Right. So the question is either you're open-minded to business or you're not. That's all. And it was funny, but he's like, he was commending Kyle and saying, man, I hope you tear this up. And yeah, I'll look at the information. So, but with that being said, every person that we called, and let me share real quick what we did because we have a dynamite. We're about to blow you guys away with energy and excitement. You're about to see something here in a minute that y'all are probably going to be like, what in the world? But at any rate, what we basically did is Kyle would just call up people and say, hey, I'm sitting with a friend of mine. We're working on a project together. Do you have a minute? Yes. Awesome. Let me introduce you to him. I mean, that was pretty much what we were saying. Would you agree, Kyle?
Yeah, more or less. It was just real simple, just kind of, we were talking, a friend of mine, we're working on a business project, and we were talking, kind of strategizing, and he said something and I thought of you. And then, I kind of like to let my buddy explain to you what we're working on. And here you are. Here's Chris.
So then this is what I would do. I would get on there and I would say, hey, John, the reason why we're on this call is basically we're outlining a strategy. We're branding a new product line and company in 2021. And when I asked Kyle, who did he know? I shared what we did in the beginning. So I might share a quick story. Hey, 3 years ago, a friend of mine called me up. He invested in a public company. He shared a product with me that he really believed was going to be a game changer. I was at the lowest point of my life when I tried the product. It blew me away. We put together a very simple strategy where we basically connected with some business owners. We shared a vision of where we were going, and this is what happened. Last year, we did over $130 million in sales, and basically now we've put the resources back into launching a new brand. We're going to use much of the same strategy in this pre-launch, and we're just looking for the people that want to be a part of it. Now, I might have said, hey, the reason why we're on this call is ask Kyle, who does he know that has great people skills? And your name came up. And depending on their energy on the phone, I might make a joke like, how much are you paying Kyle to say good stuff about you and laugh? And then they would laugh. And some would say, man, I've been paying him a ton. And it was just fun. And we cut up. And I basically matched and mirrored to who I was talking to on how much I joked with him or how much it was serious. Now, I said the same thing, but was any call exactly identical, Kyle, or was it more the energy was identical?
I'd say the energy was identical. Yeah, all the calls were kind of unique to have whomever we were talking to or you were talking to. I've noticed, but yeah, I think you did a great job of matching them, meeting them where they were, so to speak, and everyone felt comfortable. There's nothing weird about it, and everyone that we spoke with, I think, got off the phone with with a curious mindset about this whole thing.
So a couple things happen, and Kyle, I hope I have permission to share all this, but whatever. I know you're cool with it. But so as we're talking, like when we get off the call, if he used certain words that I felt would trigger feelings with people, I would say, man, that was great. Yet when you use the word opportunity, it makes people feel like this. So we don't need to necessarily say, hey, wanted to see if you're open to an opportunity, right? Because that's something people have heard for a while. And
Mhm.
again, Kyle has not done network marketing and never wanted to do network marketing. So we're just helping people as we're getting a new person started to make sure that basically, I see people in the chat and I'm not actually seeing the chat. Um, so basically, what we're doing is we're making sure that we're holding that person's hand because Kyle didn't want to make calls originally. And it was so cool to watch because after we made a couple calls and they went great, he's like, I have another one. I have another one. I have another one. I have another one. And we literally made calls until 10 minutes before the Zoom that we had last night. So it was just call after call after call. And he's like, we're going to do this every Sunday. And it's just funny that when you help someone get past that little step, it's just like when you're teaching your kids to walk. And after they make a couple steps and they let go of the table, they feel more confidence. And then they're like, I can do it. And they walk a little bit and then they'll fall. So I just want to, again, commend you, Kyle, for stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of that fear zone, because I'll tell you, Kyle is someone that didn't necessarily want to do the calls. And then number two, the dude's like a scientist, like literally. So for him to not go into, like, even when people ask certain questions and I'm on the phone, like, and he's right there and we had it on speaker and he's like wanting to go, man, and the adaptogens and the whatever. And I'm sitting there going, no adaptogens, no whatever. They're like, well, how does this stuff work? I'm like, man, it works great. What's in it? And Kyle knows what's in it. Kyle's researched it all and feels 100% like this stuff is amazing. Everybody needs to know about it. But I was basically just like, all kinds of good stuff that make you happy. You like to be happy, don't you? And they're like, yeah. And so what Kyle also got to see is that I answered the questions with either stories or I just basically I never answered the questions with facts and details. Can we agree with that, Kyle? Like,
Yeah,
did I ever go into like the science behind anything?
I never directly answered any of their questions. He just kind of led back into another story, from what I could tell.
And then the stories basically gave them enough information to where they're like, hey, yeah, I'll jump on, I'll check it out, I'll look at it. So today he was basically sending out the video, or tonight, like we recorded the video, put it on YouTube, and then now we send out that YouTube link. So with the people that might be moms and stay-at-home moms and all that stuff, we're sending out the video that say Melissa and that group did. Other people we're sending out based on the conversations we had last night. We'll send out the video that we did last night. So guys, there's a lot of great videos, a lot of great resources. It's just a matter of doing it. So this other thing, I see Connie saying, man, I got to get better at that. And this is the beautiful part about when we say we got to get better at things. Guys, the only way you're going to get good at anything is by doing it. Just by doing it over and over and over and over and over. And even by me doing it over again. And like literally, I wanted to take a nap. I was exhausted, but I told Kyle to come over to do, I'd been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. We went fishing and stuff like that. And it was just, I mean, it was a long day. And basically, I wanted to take a nap, but Kyle's like, hey, you told me to come over later. I'm coming over. So there was no nap. And the awesome part about it, as I got on the phone with people, it fired me up. I got that burning in my belly and basically I was excited because I'm excited about where we're going. I'm excited about what we're doing. Again, thanks again, Kyle. By the way, Damien's going to be in town tomorrow morning. We're going to be getting together and doing calls every day. So just to let you know that.
For the whole week, baby.
The whole week. So guys, we're doing that. So with that in mind, let's go to, there might be a little excitement in this house. Not sure. Maybe. Do we have a guy by the name of Gavin Teague on this call?
What's up, guys? So we got a house full of entrepreneurs. We got Ricky, Mr. Jonathan Tager, got Josh over here. And what's crazy, this guy just got signed up literally 72 hours ago. He's knocking on the door of silver already. And his awesome friend Carly flew in today from, I had to think about that for a second, from Oregon. Literally today, they're all launching their business. They said, Gavin, we're not leaving until we hit platinum. So I wanted to highlight them because all of these guys have jumped in head first. We were just hanging out on calls, doing opportunity Zooms, keeping it simple. So Colin, I'm gonna pass it to you, man. What have you done literally from the time that you have gotten started until now to be at 4,000 volume and almost hit silver?
I've reached out to all of the people that I knew would jump with me because I've created a solid network of people that know, like, and trust me. And if I jump into something, they also do. So if you're new, I would recommend reaching out to close friends or family members that know, like, and trust you, and show them the opportunity and see what they want for months on end. I'm sure it's either going to be more energy or money. So if any of your friends or family want those two things, this is definitely for them.
That's it. And guys, he's literally just been, we were on a Zoom and he literally was like, hey, he reached out to people on the Zoom, put them on the Zoom, and Addison's on here as well. So he's building an awesome foundation. Now, I do want to go over to Mr. Jonathan Tager right here. He is a wild man. So what got you excited about the products and what have you started doing to get conversations started?
Well, listen, I understand completely that you need energy to get out here and get that money. I own a business already, but I wanted to add this to the arsenal because, one, the product sold me. I came over to Gavin's house, I tested it out, and it was instant effects. The cool thing I like about these products is you don't have to do it consistently for months before you start seeing any changes. It's literally instant changes. The unwind put me to sleep before I even walked out of here. I had to crawl home. But the fact of the matter is, I'm new to this business, so I have not showcased my closing skills, but I have showcased my showing skills. And what I mean by that is I've been posting on my stories for the last 3 days, ever since I got my product in, of me literally taking the product and talking about the benefits of it without showing the label, because I don't want nobody Googling this stuff, just like you don't want in any, like, network marketing company. You don't want them going out doing their own little research. They need to get it from the source. They need to get it from me. And then from there, I can put my boy Gavin on. He's the closer, and we can move that business just like that.
That's it, guys. Just literally peak interest, get them excited, connect them. Peak interest, get them excited, connect them. Now, over to Josh. Josh has enrolled 3 $500 packs. He was a former network marketing hater, a skeptic, and he served our country. He served a tour in Afghanistan, has an amazing story. You guys will hear that. But Josh, what have you done since you've gotten started? Because this month you're going to hit silver as well. What are you doing to do that?
Just spreading the word. Results speak for themselves, and that's one thing I noticed. Gave it a try. Once I tried it, I loved it, and that's what sells. Like once you try something and you love it, it's not hard to sell that product.
That's it. And then what are you doing when they're getting interested, asking you questions?
Sending them over to you, give them a little bit more information, and close them down, bring them on.
That's it. So guys, it's literally as simple as stirring up a conversation, whether you reach out to people or you're attracting them to you. It's not hard. It's keeping it simple. And these guys are making a platinum and diamond run this month in their first 30 days. I mean, with these bonuses, guys, all we're doing is getting people started, sharing the bonuses with them, how we're going to help them hit it, getting them dreaming bigger than they believe coming in. And we're just putting them into action, getting them messaging people, getting them having conversations. And I told Ricky, I was like, Ricky, things are getting a little crazy. And he got on a plane today. So the reason I wanted to point that out, guys, is because you have support here. You have whatever it is that you need to build your business, no matter what you come from, where you are, what your skill set is. You do not need to be an expert to share a cup of coffee. All you need to do is be excited about what it's done for you and just simply share it with them, put them on an opportunity Zoom, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, guys, you have the resources to do the work for you. It's just realizing that by showing them that you have the support and you have the resources, you have to understand it's not making you look stupid. It's making them understand that they can do it too. And when you can bridge that gap between not understanding and understanding that in network marketing, it's not about being good. It's about being duplicatable. Your entire business will change literally instantly when that mindset shift happens. So we are rocking, got a house full of people. Literally, people are going to be coming through here all week long. I'm not telling them what's up. I'm calling them. I'm saying, get your butt over here. I got a product for you to try. And then we're just getting them in here and closing the deal. So guys, make it happen. Just do it. Don't look back. You got the rest of your life. Like Chris says, the only way to fail is to quit, and you have the rest of your life to fail. So get fearless, get excited, and just make it happen. That's what we're doing. And we are making a Triple Crown run. I promise you that. And I will confess that publicly because I need the accountability too. So
questions.
Woo!
Questions here. Because I know some people are going, but what are they saying to people? Like, these people are getting started and they're new. What are they telling them?
Dude,
so what are saying?
We're literally saying to people, we have an incredible opportunity. It's changing lives. It's simple. No matter who you are, you're going to understand this, and you got to take a look at it. We're not giving information. That we let the opportunity Zoom give the information. We let the tool give the information. We're getting people excited and saying, you got to take a look at this, and let them look at it, and they either like it or they don't. And it doesn't really matter, because we got, we're going to reach out over the next 6 months through Instagram, prospecting, and doing it right. We're going to reach out collectively between the team. We're building to 100,000 people. Like, you have to make a plan. I mean, you can reach out to people and literally say, hey, I've come across something absolutely incredible. I'd be selfish to not share it. I know you don't know what it's about, but are you open to taking a look? I mean, it's either a yes or a no. And either way, it works out, because if they say no, they're still watching. So we're not giving information. We're not talking for an hour. We're putting them in front of the information, and they're making a decision to do one of three things. A, be a customer, love the products. It's risk-free because there's a money-back guarantee. B, jump in with a $500 pack because they want to go build a business and try the product at the same time. Or C, watch us go to the top. There's only three options, and either of the three, we are totally fine with. So that's what we're doing. Simple, sample, getting addresses, sending samples out, putting people on the Zooms, and it is a boiler room in Charlotte, North Carolina.
So you were saying y'all had a problem over there because people are all signing up for the business. Like, share that problem that we're talking about.
So here in this house right now, Addison, Addison's on the call here in the comments. Carly flew all the way across the country after purchasing a $500 pack, and she's never even tried the products. Even right now in this moment, still hasn't tried the products. Why did she do it? Because she believes in what we have. She sees what we see. So guys, like, Colin's problem right now is that he's got the volume to be a silver, but he only has one customer, because everybody's like, I don't even want to be a customer. I want to jump into the business. It just makes too much sense. So the problem over here is that we ain't getting customers. People are launching this brand and they're just jumping on board without even trying it. And, that's what we are creating, is an environment where people go, wow, they know where they're going. We have to be a part of that. And guys, you can create that. You can do that. You don't have to be an expert. None of us here are experts. We're just excited, and we know this company is going to $1 billion company. And I mean, you either can sit there and watch it happen right before your eyes, and then 5 years from now go, dang, I wish I would have just got a little uncomfortable. I wish I would have just made a few calls. when your neighbor joins somebody else's team, it's going to make you rethink how hard you're working your business. You know, I don't want my neighbors on anybody else's team except for me. So that we're just acting with urgency and making it happen. And seems
So
to be
guys,
working.
let's see it in the comments. If you can tell that Gavin believes what he's saying, you know, share it in the comments. Number two, if you can hear the excitement in what they're saying and what they're doing, you know, put it in the comments. Because guys, that's what it really boils down to. It boils down to your belief, and it boils down to your excitement. And the thing is that, you know, the same words can mean different things when you're talking to people if you're coming from a total place of excitement versus just like, hey, man, I wanted to tell you about this. Like, you could say the exact same words, and those same words could either push somebody away or attract them. So your excitement is so key. It's about being fired up. It's about knowing where you're going, knowing what you're doing. So, you know, Damien calls me up today and he's like, dude, I just know something amazing is about to happen. And I just feel like I need to be in the fire. I need to be in the fire right now. So either one or two things are going to happen. Either I want you to come over here, or I'm going to come down there. So Damien, if you want to just kind of share, you know, what were your thoughts and what were you thinking? And
Yeah. So, you know, I've been taking some inventory of where I'm at right now. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know how to build these things slow. And right now I feel like I'm going slow. I feel like I need to be in the fire, in the trenches, kind of like Gavin's doing. I'm about to go down to New Orleans and create exactly what Gavin has right now. So be prepared for the next week. I'm coming down there to do that.
perfect.
You know, guys, I'll just share this with you. You only get one time to relaunch, and we're in a pre-launch right now. There's 25 days left. And whatever story you're telling yourself about the results that you can or cannot get, trust me on this. I was homeless a little bit over 5.5, a little bit shy of 6 years ago. And a friend of mine approached me about an opportunity. And he didn't know at the time that I didn't really have a place to live. And, you know, I latched on to that opportunity because I was in a desperate place. And one of the things that I'll tell you that's very common, I think, with all the top leaders in network marketing, or a large majority of them, is that they all come from a place of desperation. So if that's not you, find something desperate that you can attach yourself to. Find something that you can attach yourself to that gives yourself no room for retreat, that gives yourself no room for, burn the boats, leave yourself no room for retreat. And when I say when you do that, it just gives yourself, when you put your back against the wall, at least I'm speaking about me, I know that's when I perform my best. So fast forward, 6 years, and I'm not in such a bad place right now. And I'm just truly, truly grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for network marketing because of who I've become from the industry. So just know this, you never know who you might be offering an opportunity to. It might look all good on the outside, but on the inside and behind the scenes, they may be praying for an opportunity just like I was. So just know that there are people out there that are praying for this opportunity to come into their lives. And with 25 days left before we launch, guys, if that doesn't fire you up, then your wood is wet. You got to figure that one out. We're allowed to launch $1 billion brand come January 1. That needs to excite you like no other. So right now, the work that we do in the next 25 days matters more than you know. The work that we do in the next 25 days will either set you up for success in January, for those that do the work, or those that don't do the work. A lot's going to be the same. Nothing's going to change, although the company changed, the brand changed. If your action stays the same right now than it has been, then you're going to get the results that you have been getting. So step it up. Next 25 days, guys, step it up. 10x your activity. Now's the time. Back to you, Chris.
Awesome. So guys, and he talked about the story you're sharing. Some of you all right now you have a little story going on in the background because I shared, oh, well, Gavin and them have a bunch of people together and I can't just up and leave and go somewhere. Guys, I don't care who you are. I don't care what group you're in. You have a support system within this company, whether it be sideline, upline, downline, whatever you want to call it. There's a support team, and this could be done via Zoom as well. Some people are in a position where they can go travel, they're single, don't have kids and all that stuff and can do it, and some people don't. But I wanted to address this because I know there's some storytellers out there right now that are telling themselves a story that, well, I wish I could be at somebody's house and do that. And I live over here, I live over there. Guys, I get put on the phone with people that live all over the world all the time. I get put on Zooms and stuff like that. It's the same thing. The only difference is that Kyle lives 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, and can be over here, but that doesn't mean that you have to do that. It doesn't mean that, you can create the same excitement that Gavin's creating right now. Well, what's so special about Gavin, 20-something years old or whatever? He decided to make that excitement. He decided to make that decision that we're going to break some platinums and people aren't leaving here until it happens. It was a decision. You heard Damien talk about that. Guys, decide to stop making excuses. Decide to stop telling yourself why you can't do it and start telling yourself why you can. You have to be passionate. And Damien just shared this. Like some people, you might be a little comfortable. You might be comfortable where you are, and you have to find something that makes you uncomfortable, whether it be a dream that stretches you or whatever. But one of my mentors told me a long time ago, basically he said, you will never have a great life if you continue to have a good life. See, the thing is that if your life is good and you're cool with everything, it's never going to be great. You have to basically step up your belief system, step up your dream system, step up what makes you comfortable. Like as we're sitting here planning our house and my wife is sitting there, and we're talking about what we want. And I'm just sitting here going, wow. Like today I'm looking at these doors, right? That where it opens up like a whole wall and these big glass door thing opens up, or where the whole wall opens up to the outside and the doors. And I just know that that's not going to be cheap, right? Like that's going to be expensive. But the thing is, and I want to be very clear, I'm not saying this to basically be whatever. First off, it hasn't manifested yet. I haven't spent a penny, but in my mind, I'm doing it and I'm manifesting. What am I going to do to make that happen? What am I going to do to make sure that it's not a big deal how much these stupid doors cost, right? Because if you live your whole life based on, what you can afford now, you will never have a great life if you keep living your good life. You have to start focusing in on what it is that would make your life great, what it is that can get you, that belly tingling, that feeling that just makes you want to go out there and do this again. And I've been really working on that. And I want to thank Damien for things that he shared and Ricky for things that he shared, and just, certain things that people have shared with me have made me go and look at things to another level, that it's time to freaking go. It's time to press the gas now. It's time to roll like we've never rolled before. This call doesn't have to be some hour-long call where we talk about, kumbayas and all that other kind of stuff. I think you got enough impact tonight and enough energy tonight hearing what people have done. And I know we have a lot of people that have been ranking up and different stuff like that. And we're going to try to be featuring these people on the calls and what they're doing to actually bring in volume and activity. And we're going to try to have different people that you guys can plug into, and so where we can move this thing forward. But at the end of the day, the most important thing you can do is be connected with why you're doing this to begin with, what you want out of this, what you want it to look like, and more importantly, what you want it to feel like, and start your own fire. You don't have to wait. It doesn't matter if your upline is fired or not, fired up. It doesn't matter where they are. The fire starts with you. And the only person that you can control is you. And if you burn your fire strong enough and you get fired up enough, guess what? Some people are going to want to be around you. And if they want to be around you because you're fired up, do you think some other people might want to be around you? When you see that energy, how many of you all, put it in the comments, how many of you all, when you were watching what they were doing and all these people, looks like they're having fun, they're hanging out and they're making calls and doing stuff and getting people to the house, how many of you all were sitting there thinking, I want to do that? Like, I want to be at a house, running and getting people. Well, what's stopping you? What's stopping you from creating that fire, in that desire, in that drive, in where you want to go? The only thing that's stopping you is the story you're telling yourself. So guys, it's time to change the story. It's time to change where you are here so you can change where you are here. And let's go run. Let's go make this thing happen. Everybody have an awesome night. Hope you guys got value out of the call tonight. Everybody take care. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, everyone. And
Thanks
Thank
so
you. That
much.
was awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Really, really great. I
Thanks,
needed
Chris.
that.
good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.